Hello and welcome back to another episode of Math with Zone. Today we're going to be exploring medians, which by definition also kind of gets us towards center of mass and centroid. So a median by definition is when you take a side of a triangle and you cut it in half to two equal halves. So F to E was cut in half, and then you go from that midpoint up to the other angle. So this is technically the median, but that really just means if TE is 8, FT is 8. Well, what would FE be? FE would be the whole way across, which means FE is equal to 16. All right. So here, if T to F is 6.3, and we want to find G to F, we would just have to double that, because this is also 6.3, so 6.3 times 2 is 12.6 would be G to F. All right. And then we might have two medians intersect. If we have two medians intersect, you have a unique scenario, and this is the part that a lot more people struggle with. When this happens, you need to know that this part from here could be called X, and then from like L to the dot. And then from the dot to K would be 2X. Okay? So the whole way across would be 3X. All right? So sometimes you need that, sometimes you don't. And in this case, we don't. We have LJ is equal to what we're looking to find. IJ is equal to 6. So LJ would equal 3. All right, but we're going to need this X2X at some point, I am pretty sure. Let's see when it's going to happen. It's going to happen on number 5. Let's see. So see how here we're not asked to find Z to Q, but Z to D the whole way across is 6. Okay, now remember what I said. This little short part is X, and this part from the top to the point is 2X, from the middle to the point, the centroid by definition. So this whole thing across would be X plus 2X. This whole way across would be 3X. So 3X is equal to 6, which means each individual part would equal 2 when you divide by 3. So that means this part is 2, but then this part would be 4. Okay, so 2, if we had it for this part, and then 4 make the 6 total. All right, and we are asked to find Z to D is 6, and Z to Q would be the 4 segment from here to here. All right, let's do number 6. I feel like we're going to need another example of that. D to K is 3.4. Ask yourself, is 3.4 the short part, the X part, the 2X part, or the whole way across? Well, it is the shortest part. Is D to K. We're asked to find the whole way across. Well, if this is 3.4, you could double it to get 6.8, and then you could add them all together to get the whole way across. But remember, the whole way across is 3 times the shorter part. It's 3x. So you could also just do 3.4 times 3. Both ways work. Whatever way you see first is the best way for you to do it. When we multiply by 3, you get 10.2 from R all the way to K. Find BG. BG is what we're looking for. B to V, the whole way across, is 3.9. So the whole way across is 3.9. If you have the whole way across, you can divide by 3 because it is equal to 3 parts. Here's one part, here's the other 2. So if we divide by 3, you find out that each individual part is equal to 1.3. And that means this is 1.3, and this would be 2 times 1.3, which is 2.6. Which part are we looking for? In this case, the 2.6 part from B to G. All right. EZ is what we're looking for. Z to V is 12. So is that the single part or is that the double part? That is the single part. The double part is when you go from the corner to the centroid. So if this is the single part, we double it to get from E to Z, and that is actually the part you're looking for as well. 24. Find D to H. If B to H, the whole way across, is 4.5. So if that's the whole way across is 4.5, 4.5 is equal to 3 parts. 1 part here, 2 parts there. We can take 4.5 and divide by 3 and find out that each individual part is equal to 1.5. So that means this is 1.5. And this from D to H would be D to B would be twice as much, which is 3. 3 and 1.5 make 4.5. So D to H, the part we're looking for, also is 1.5. Here we go. CG. if kg is equal to 41.4. So k all the way to g is the whole way across, is 41.4. We are asked to find c to g, which is the singular part. So you can take the whole thing and divide by 3 to get the singular part. 41.4 divided by 3 ends up being 13.8. So this part would be 13.8. This part would be twice as much, and the whole way across would be 41.4. We are asked to find CG, which we found out was the single part, which is the 13.8. All right, let's put some algebra with it. So, in this case, I'm betting it's going to be set them equal to each other. CG all the way to E is the whole way across, 3x plus 5. This one is not an in-between problem where it's not like going and finding the middle of the triangle, the centroid. It's giving you half of it, which is x plus 6, is right here. You cannot set x plus 6 equal to x plus 6 on the other side. You could take the x plus 6 and double it, or write it twice and equal it to the 3x plus 5, though. So if you doubled it, you would distribute the 2. If you combined like terms, if you wrote 2 of them out, you would still end up with 2x's, and 12 would equal 3x plus 6. Not 6, that's a 5. Subtract the 2x over, you get 1x. So 12 would equal 1x plus 5. Move the 5 over, you find out that x is equal to 7. And that's all we have to find. All right? Here, we got to find x if t all the way to p. So t to p is 2x plus 1. T to q is 3x minus 5. Well, what's different with this problem? You're not given the whole way across. You're given each individual half. And remember that the sides of the triangle are cut in half, not in 1/3, 2/3 type of deal. So 3x minus 5 would equal 2x plus 1. Move the 2x over. You get 1x minus 5 is equal to 1, which means x is equal to 6.